welcome to 108 Gates, where we are diversifying. We are looking into these beautiful energies that are building up, coming up to the full moon in Aries. So about the self, empowering the self. We currently have Mars in Libra, which is normally the home place of Mars is Aries. So it's interesting to see that the power is coming from the Libra end, Libra being the 7th house, house of home, house of long-term relationships, long-term family, long-term commitments and long-term projects, things like that. And the Aries area is usually about self. And oh, interesting, so they're both coming sideways. She's unable to see, she's got a blindfold on, and she's should be like that, but she's actually on the side. Then we've got there also on the side, so things are a little topsy-turvy. Well, it's kind of exactly what I'm explaining about the opposites, Aries and Libra. Kind of there's a definite energy around that right now. I can feel the vibe of it. I can feel the abundance that's ready in it. Let's move these out the way. So just as a quick heads up, while we're doing this, I am trying to like I said, I want to get more up on this channel, because I think just tarot readings is great on some level, but I do want to be adding more. I've been trying to do that. So what I've started was, while we're waiting for the actual long, deeper guided meditations, I've started doing short ones. There's a whole playlist for it, and at the moment, because I'm going along the lines of these cards here, I'm doing the short guided meditation with particular cards that come up in the feminine space and the masculine space. So you can check that playlist out. Guided meditation, I started off in the feminine tarot, so guided meditation with the feminine tarot, and then there will be guided meditation with the masculine tarot, and I'm going to try be putting them up in there as frequently as possible, or when they feel like they organically want to come up. So sometimes it doesn't feel organically ready or ripe. Therefore, if you're new to the channel, feel more than welcome to subscribe and see what it's about here, because we're going to be having a lot of new things. I'm also going to be doing lives on Insta, so that's at 108 Gate on Insta, so I'll try and remember to put the link in there on here. So I'm going to be trying doing more lives there. My numbers are not so great here at the moment, so like I said, I had a channel before and pulled it all down for various reasons, and now building back up, it takes a while. It takes a while to get traction. It takes a while to do things, and for things to build up and be able to hit certain milestones, to be able to do certain things on YouTube, which is good in a way, because it kind of has some kind of control over what's just being pumped out there. Sometimes it doesn't even matter, but my point is, because I can't do lives here and I really want to get back into doing the lives, I am looking into doing the lives on Insta. So I'm going to test that out later on today, see how it works. All I'm saying is I'm trying, I'm attempting. Can't be accused of staying lazy, I'll tell you that now. So it's an experiment, so join me if you can. 108 Gate on Insta, and there's sometimes that the posts have gone down, so that's why I do use that space to do the lives. Let's see what we can do there as well, get interaction. So there's a lot of energy going through. There's a lot that's showing potential. There's a lot that can be utilised. I'm saying I'm right here in this journey with you. I am human. I am the 3D dimension as well as the other dimensions, just like yourselves. So therefore, when things are coming up, it's for me too. It's for us to navigate. It's for us to utilise the maximum of. So, do you know what I mean? Like I see what some things work, some things don't work. For you, something may work that doesn't work for me. Some for me it may work, for you it don't. So, but here, I try and aim for the things that work for the collective, those that communicate to me, those that communicate with me that this is working. And it's like, okay. So I had feedback yesterday saying that the very short 6-minute guided meditation worked for them in that particular space, in that particular time. So from that feedback, I have decided to make it an actual proper thing that I can add this to the channel now. So hey ho, here we go. See what happens. Realisation. So remembrance and realisation. The answer is here. Take heed. So they both feel like they're lining up with this. Interestingly, realisation, what is being realised, what is not being realised, because it's on its side, it hasn't gone upright yet. This is usually the other way around. So if that is actually upside down. So for her to be the correct way up, for this card to be the correct way up, she's actually upside down. Getting a new perspective. The hanged man, hanged woman, hanged human, hanged being, hanged person vibe. You've got to change your perspective. So remember, memories and the past hold the key. How you've remembered them, how you've remembered things, and how you've held on to it. This is the time to be fluid. This is the time to let it to be. Let it morph, let it change, let it shift. So there may be locks of sadness, there may be locking in of happiness, when in truth, was it actually happy, or were you telling yourself you were happy just to get through? With other times you were telling yourself you were sad and you didn't have much to look forward to. When you start looking at the nitpicking of it, and then stop nitpicking and actually let it unravel and show you what did you actually have. Yes, you may not have had it to the optimal point and the optimal level that you wanted it, but pick the bits that worked, re-sow that seed in your heart, in your memories, and try and now see that even though it didn't work then, how do you know it might not work now? It may not have worked in the way that you wanted to as a child or teenager or whatever it is. It might not have worked last year, but it may work now. Go back to those points of passion, those moments of passion, those moments of realisation that this can work for me, and find out how it can work for you. So, Queen of Wands, here we go. So, being a proactive feminine, in your feminine space, being proactive, emotionally being proactive in remembering things in a more realistic manner. Realisation, the answer is here, take heed. So, if you're remembering something in a very... it's the opposite of the doom and gloom. You're looking at something and you just had the rose tinted glasses and you were just thinking that was so fabulous, that was amazing, that person was amazing, that thing was amazing. But then you really put it down to the nub of it all, and you bring it down to the seed of it. It wasn't that great. So therefore, instead of being angry at yourself, instead of being angry at the other person or the situation or the actual event, bring that power back to yourself and then re-sow it with a new seed, re-sow it with a new intention, re-sow it with, you know what, the intention was to have this, I didn't get that, but I still want that good part of it to come to fruition. Then find it. If it won't happen, it won't happen, and it can't happen. So that still is on its side because it hasn't turned over. I turned it over. So this is the process of it happening. You being in the process of being real with yourself. You being in the process of realising what was actually looking through rose-tinted glasses, or what was looking through pessimism glasses. When you're looking at something in a pessimistic way, you can't see the blossoming potential. You can't see the higher potential. You only see it and kind of hold it down, limit it and restrict it. Let all that go and see what can come out of it. So, the moon, I just mentioned earlier, the full moon in Aries is coming up. So with that full moon in Aries, very, very nigh, very near, coming up soon. I think it's 29th in the UK GMT time. It's a super moon as far as I remember, so it's quite a significant one. I think we've had quite a few super moons, so it's going to be, oh, there you go, communicating to yourself differently, communicating to yourself with love, passion, with integrity. Let's move it up for you so you can see. Moving up, with a new way of communicating to self, with compassion, with love, with humility, with different perspective of words, different perspectives of which words to use. Have you used only harsh words? Just switch it, just try it with one sentence and just say it over and over again. I know some of you from the past channel have asked for me to do some mantras again. So we used to do some Sanskrit mantras like and some other like Shanti, Shanti, and going through, and then sometimes with the tuning forks. Again, that's another thing we can add as part of the journey. I don't know. I'm up for it. I'm just going to make sure that it's sustainable and it's applicable for the audience here, because if it's not, then it doesn't work. Then what is the point in doing it? Because essentially you are the ones who are guiding me to let me know what you need and what you want. Right, so the stars, the moon and the stars, what's twinkling, what's shining, what used to be twinkling and shining now it's lost its sheen, it's lost its allure, it's lost its passion, it's lost its twinkle. Re-shining it, re-twinkle, re-align, re-focus, because it may have just got fuzzy, it may have just gone out of focus. But if you refocus with your emotions intact, with your emotions realigning from remembering things accurately instead of being skewed, and then realizing how things are actually formed in reality of the situation, that's going to inform your emotions, allowing them to change and allow them to flow. Therefore you can start seeing things sparkling. Getting a lisp, I'm not sure why I'm feeling a lisp. It's like the lisp is really strong right now when I'm over this side. I don't have a lisp. I've never had a lisp. So that's really peculiar. Anyway, so for now, peace and love. And yeah, have a look. Check out the guided meditation, short guided meditation videos. Like I said, the longer ones, they're written, some of them, and they're going to keep being written, because that's a new part of my work, a new line of my work off YouTube. So those will be going up. I just have to wait for certain things to click into place. So in the meantime, in the interim, you've got the short, sharp tarot guided meditations, and they're literally a few minutes long, with the intention of just coming in, working out, okay, I need that one, therefore let's go for it and see what it's got to give me, see where it can take me. And it's about you changing your consciousness and not me. You need to be in control of your consciousness, you need to be in control of your subconsciousness, and see where all that power is locked, and you can unlock it for yourself. It's all free resources, so why not benefit? Subscribe to the channel, support the channel, I appreciate that. Support each other. Yeah, so without me waffling on even more, for now, peace and love.